So I've been giving myself some time here to think about this very odd game that was kind of leaked to the internet the other day, a couple days ago. But you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. It was a Switch exclusive that Ubisoft is apparently working on with Nintendo overseeing it. And that game is a crossover between Mario and the Raving Rabbids series. And it was very weird. I think I had the same reaction that everybody else had when they saw it. What? So the idea behind the game is pretty simple. A lot of it was leaked, so that tells me that it's more than likely, honestly, it's basically confirmed at this point. And from what we know about the game, it's very interesting. Apparently, a lot of the Raving Rabbids are somehow going to basically be introduced into Mario's world through like an invasion, and we're going to have Mario, Yoshi, and a good rabbit, I guess, at that point. There's good and bad ones invading. And Mario, Yoshi, and a rabbit will be essentially a party going through to stop all the bad rabbits, and Bowser. Bowser will essentially have a new form and will be a recurring character throughout as the boss, essentially. So they'll be either running away from him or trying to fight him in some way. And, you know, when I first saw this, I was basically, again, I was confused because it seemed like an odd series. And then I looked down a little further, read a little more into this, and apparently it's going to be a turn-based RPG, and it's going to be very similar to a strategy RPG, kind of like a Fire Emblem, which was weird. Again, this is from multiple sources that I read, and I took some time to kind of reflect on this, because it was very weird to see this, obviously. Mario, Raving Rabbids, RPG. And that gave me, like I said, some time to think about this. And one, it's going to be a Switch exclusive, so it's only going to be on the Switch. That's pretty cool. And two, it's an unknown game. We just don't know enough about it, and it's a fresh concept. That's what I'm most excited about. A long time ago, when I would do things like speculate about games as far back as Paper Mario, the one thing that I really liked was that even though we knew it was an RPG, even though we knew it was, based around Mario as a piece of paper, it was such a weird concept that we still had to try to figure things out, and we were very interested to see it, even more so than, say, just regular Mario, because it was so out there and it was so different. It's basically a shot creatively by Ubisoft and by Nintendo to be different, and that's what I'm most excited about for this game. Believe it or not, this game has my attention fully, more so than any other game that's been talked about at launch right now, because I want to see what they're going to do with this game. It's different. It's interesting. I like RPGs, so it's very cool for that. Now, how much of an RPG is it going to be, I'm not sure, because Nintendo does do that thing where they make it super easy to work with. It's very small numbers. You don't get to, your HP gets, 5 at a time. It doesn't get into, the thousands. Your attack stats aren't shown, really. So it's hard to say, and because it's going to be using the Rabbids series, that's also a younger audience, so we may see a more simpler RPG. But what's cool is, if it's a strategy RPG, where you move your person around in, turn-based format, it may be a cool introduction for people who maybe are not super into having to do all the stuff with Fire Emblem, and maybe they get into this, and all of a sudden they go, hey, that's pretty fun, maybe I'll check out Final Fantasy Tactics or Fire Emblem, or anything like that. So this could be basically a gateway game, essentially, into those heavier strategy RPGs, or RPGs in general. So I'm excited about it because I don't know enough about it. I don't know what the gameplay is going to look like, and that's interesting to me. It's very cool. Now, the game is supposedly called Mario RPG Invasion of the Rabbids. And right away you should look at that and say, wow, it's called Mario RPG. Now, if that's the actual title of the game, it may be maybe not exactly a sequel, but like a long lost cousin essentially to the Super Mario RPG series that we love so much on the Super Nintendo, which would be really cool if it's just like Super Mario RPG Invasion of the Rabbids, because then we can look at that and be like, oh, that's a spiritual successor to Legend of the Seven Stars. That'd be awesome. So this game I'm most excited about. Now, it's going to be ready apparently by launch day, and there will be a playable demo for the press in January is what it says here. So if we get a playable demo, I am going to be just looking for that gameplay, because I want to see exactly how they're going to do this. Because if they come out with an RPG and some other things at launch and then have that full library games during the first year, they can really kill it. I just want them to be creative with the system. I don't want them to do the same old thing, just put a Mario game out, just put a Zelda game out, which I will play Zelda obviously, but I want to see them take chances, get creative here. And this is honestly as creative as it gets. You get Mario, you get the Rabbids, and it's an RPG. It's very tough to get any more creative than that. So I am excited. But yeah, guys, there are going to be another couple videos coming today. I want to also talk about the giveaway, and I want to talk about a couple other things, including a new series I'm going to try to start. So definitely check back later on today for those videos. I will see you then.